This video is going to go over how to use SimNet. First off, what you have to do is make sure that you've created an account. There's a setting up SimNet video that's on the course orientation page. Make sure to watch that first, and then this video will just tell a little bit more about how we're going to deal with SimNet. So, under the assignments tab, you have these are the SimNet assignments you have. You have 5 Excel assignments and 1 Access assignment. So we're just going to take a look at the Access assignment, kind of walk our way through how SimNet works. So when you click on the link to the Access assignment, you're going to have on every one of them, you're going to have 3 links. The first one goes to the actual assignment itself, where it's going to kind of walk you through what you need to learn. It's going to kind of teach you. That's the learning part. And then the second one here is a practice exam. And I have that set up to where you have to take at least one. It's worth 20 points to you. You can take it up to 10 different times, or 10 separate times, I should say. So if you don't do well on it the first time, you can take it again. If you're not familiar with these things, the practical exams are really good just to kind of get your used to what's going to be happening on the actual assessment exam. So the practical exams you can take up to 10 times. Okay, if you need to. If you don't need to, that's fine. But do take it once because it's worth 20 points to you. The assessment exam, this one right here, you want to take you can only take once. Okay, so for the assessment exam, you can only take it once, and that is going to be worth 100 points to you. So you want to make sure you're ready for it before you start it. Let's just take a look at the Access assignment because I want to give you a little bit of walkthrough of what you can do here. So if you click on the Access assignment, and I'm the instructor, so it's going to show me this screen first. But what you're going to see is you're going to go right to a screen that looks something like this. Okay. And down here, you can see these are all the different little lessons that you're going to take for this entire Access part. And what's really nice about this is these lessons are only like a minute or 2 minutes. They're really quick. They're right to the point. They're just separate little tasks. So it's a much easier way to learn. Let's just take a look at one of them. So if you click, say, Introduction to Access, you're going to come across this page. And what this page does is it shows you kind of like just like if you're reading a textbook, it kind of walks you through, gives you a bunch of screenshots, a short explanation, and that's okay. But the best part is this whole show me, guide me, and let me try. So if you click on show me, that's where you want to start. It's going to pop up and it's going to give you a video that's going to walk you through this particular task that they want you to do. And that's really nice. So you can just kind of watch the video and just kind of walk right through it. And then you have this other option that's right up here called Guide Me. If you go to Guide Me, what they're going to do is they're going to say, like this first one is open the appointments table right here. And so what you got to do is you come down here, you got to open up the appointments table. But what's kind of neat about that is if you say show hint, it actually highlights that and then it tells you exactly what to do. Okay. If you turn that off, all you got to do is just double click on appointments table and it opens it right up. It's going to say that's correct and it's going to step you on to the next part. Okay. So Guide Me just kind of gives you a little bit of guidance throughout the thing. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but that's one thing you can do. You also have Let Me Try. And Let Me Try basically is going to say open the appointments table. If you do show hint, it's going to show you this, but it's not necessarily going to show you where it is here. Okay, so that's one of the differences. Guide Me and Let Me Try are pretty much the same thing. But Let Me Try is a little bit more making you have to do it. And so you double click on the appointments table, does the same thing, and you go to the next, and then it's going to walk you through the next thing. Open a new appointment form, so it does that. If you noticed, and then you can say next. If you notice on the Guide Me, it did them both for you. Okay, so Let Me Try is a little bit more like just walk yourself through it. And again, you just keep asking the questions. Close navigation pane. This navigation pane. Close that. And it goes to the next one. Let me do this one. It says, I'll click the tab to move to the appointments tab. Okay, so that's where they want me to go. But let me just do something else. Let me just come up here and click Database Tools. Okay, and then I'll click Run Macro. Click OK, and then you see it finally figures out, no, you're not doing anything right at all. And so let's just click the Appointments tab. Okay, so that's kind of how you run through those 3 right there, and you just walk yourself all the way through them. Now, again, these are not part of the practice test. This is just the assignment, and it's not part of the practice exam. So if you watch the video, or you pretty much know what to do, or you read the book, you don't have to go through all this. It's just if you feel you need to walk through it. Everyone has a different skill set. Some are going to need to do this. Some are going to know Access or Excel, and they're going to be like, I can just walk through it and do it. So it's entirely up to you. And then when you want to exit out of this, you just click right up here. See, it says the exit. Just click the exit right here, and it takes it back into the book. Now, one of the things that are kind of neat about this book page here is don't forget you have a table of contents right here, and you can go to any one of these, and it will go right to it. So you're not stuck having to go through chapter to chapter to chapter. You can actually just go to your table of contents here, click on whatever one you want, and that's it. Okay. You also have where you got glossary of terms, and then you also have bookmarks if you want to do that. Now, I want to show you something else though that is really neat. You come over here and you exit the book right here, okay, and confirm that you want to exit. It's going to take you to this screen right here. This screen is kind of like your main screen because you also have something up here for assignments. So if you click assignments here, it takes you to all the assignments, just like what I showed you before. And this one's a mistake. I'll be getting rid of this one, but basically it's going to show you the same assignments right here. Okay, and then if you come over here to the library, this is, I think, a really cool part, is you have access to Access, Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, every single one of them. And from what I understand with SimNet, you pretty much have time access to SimNet. So even if you're done with this course, you can still access this stuff and look at it. So this is kind of a nice bonus that they give you all this extra information. Basically, once you pay for it, you get it, for life. You'll have to go through the WCC login. I'll get that link posted. It'll probably be under SimNet, but I'm just saying that that's actually kind of a nice little thing. You also have your grades right here, and that just shows you your grades for every one of the exams. The assessments, or not the assessments, I'm sorry, the assignments are not graded at all. Okay, but the practice exams and the assessment exams, they are. Okay, so the thing is you can see your grades here. Your grades that you get on these exams automatically port over to Blackboard as well, so you don't have to go here to see your grades. But I'm just showing you. And that's basically it. So you come here, and it always opens in a new tab, like what's shown up here. So I have a tab here, and then I have my Blackboard tab up here. So if I want to go back and I want to get out of this thing, well, one, you can just close the tab and you're right back into Blackboard. And then you come down here, you may not have this screen. You'll probably go right back into this screen right here. Okay. And that takes you right back to where you want to go. So actually, SimNet is pretty easy to use. And you just walk through it. And again, your practice exam, I'll show you that real quick. There's not really much to it. Um, yeah, let it load up, and we come over to the screen that you're going to see, and basically it says take the exam. You can see attempt of 10. So it will show you all the different attempts, the date you did it, and what your score was. You just click take exam, like I'm going to do right here, and and it will ask you this stuff. You just click the agree, start the exam, and then basically it starts with, right here, open the services table. So I click on that, open the services table. I answer that correctly. So I also want to do close the navigation plane. I'll do this, okay? Incorrect, okay? So it does it for you. Okay, so this is just a practice, and you can see it goes through them all right here. All right. And you can see what ones I'm getting right, what ones I'm getting wrong, all the way through it. And if I exit out of this thing, okay, so right here I can just click cancel for that, and I can go ahead and see that there's a submit now, like that. I did submit the exam. I'm all done here, and kind of shows me what's going on. Um, and I can go to my, I'm sorry, I went to the wrong thing. Go to my assignments. I can look at other stuff, but I can go to my grades, and there it is. Okay, and the way the grade works is the reason it says 0.65 because I only did so much of the exam, so many of the tasks, and so basically takes all the tasks I'm going to do, calculates out to equal 20 points, and that's how I get it. So I didn't do very much, so I only got 0.65. But you can basically see what your grades are going to be, and then you can go into it and you can drill down a little bit, and you can see, of course, all of it. Okay. This is some stuff that I was doing to practice, so don't worry about this. But anyway, so as far as the assessment exam, okay, so this would be the actual exam right here. If you were to actually run this one, okay, which of course to do that, you gotta go to assignments, access module, and it's going to be right here. Okay. If you run that, you get an hour to do it, and you can only do it once, but you have the option of answering a particular question twice. You can miss each question once. So it's been set up to where you get to answer your question twice. So once you click for the actual exam, not the practice exam, but the actual exam. There's a 60-minute time limit, and you you only get to take that exam once. So I just want to make it very clear about that. If any questions about that, please contact the instructor and ask them. But anyway, again, separate tab here. You want to go back to Blackboard. It's the same thing with the practical exam. Once you're done with your exam, you just submit it, and that's it. And then you want to come back here and just ask this assignment. And I guess it'll probably take you back to this page with this tab. Okay? And then this one you can just delete. So that's just a little overview of how SimNet works. Hope it helps.